Hello, we're excited to show you our native speech capabilities. Welcome back to the English journey. Today we are talking about the most exciting project you will ever work on, yourself. I'm Anna.
And I'm Abel. Many people think they are stuck, but the truth is that you can change your life at any moment. Today we will show you how to do it while you learn English.
That is right, Abel. And I want to start with something very simple. Look at your life right now. Look at where you live. Look at how you feel every morning. Look at the people around you. Everything you see is the result of choices you made in the past.
Yes, and I know that can feel heavy. When I first heard that idea, I felt a little scared because it means I am responsible for my life. But then I thought about it more, and I realized something wonderful.
What did you realize, Abel?
I realized that if my past choices created my life today, then my choices right now can create a completely different life tomorrow. That is not a heavy idea. That is actually a very powerful and exciting idea.
I love that. It's like you're holding a pencil and you're drawing your own future. You made some lines already, but the page is not full. You can still draw. You can still choose. You can still change direction.
Exactly. And that is what this podcast is about today. We are going to talk about how to change your life, not in a big, dramatic way, not overnight, but step by step, choice by choice, day by day. And while we do that, we are going to help you learn English naturally.
So if you're listening to this while you are walking or cooking or sitting on the bus, you're already doing something right. You're already making a choice. You're choosing to learn. That is the first small step.
And small steps are everything. We will talk about that more very soon. But first, I want to talk about something called identity. The word identity means who you think you are. It's the story you tell yourself about yourself.
That is a beautiful word to start with. Identity. Let me say it slowly. I-den-ti-ti. Identity. It means the person you believe you are inside your heart and inside your mind.
And here's the interesting thing about identity. Most people try to change their behavior first. They say, I want to stop being lazy. I want to start exercising. I want to learn English. But they still think of themselves as a lazy person. They still think of themselves as someone who does not speak English.
And because they still see themselves that way, they always go back to their old habits. This is very important. A habit is something you do regularly, almost without thinking, like brushing your teeth in the morning. That's a habit. You don't think about it. You just do it.
Yes, when I was trying to change my life, I had many bad habits. I woke up late, I scrolled on my phone for 1 hour before doing anything useful, I ate unhealthy food, and every time I tried to change, I failed because I was still thinking like the old Abel.
So what changed for you, Abel? What was the big turning point?
The turning point was when I stopped saying, I want to be a better person, and I started saying, I am a person who is growing. I changed the sentence, I changed the story, and slowly my actions changed too.
This is what experts call an identity shift. The word shift means to move or change position. So an identity shift is when you change how you see yourself. You move from one story to a new story.
For English learners, this is so important. Many of my students say, I want to speak English one day, but one day never comes. So instead, I tell them to say, I am an English learner, right now, today, not in the future, today.
I am an English learner. Say that with us. I am an English learner. When you say that, you are already starting to become that person. You're giving yourself a new identity. And when you have a new identity, you start to make choices that match that identity.
It's like if you think of yourself as a healthy person, you start making healthy choices, because healthy people make healthy choices. If you think of yourself as an English learner, you start listening to English podcasts, reading English sentences, and practicing every day, because that's what English learners do.
So today, I want you to choose your new identity. Think about who you want to become, and then start saying it. Not I want to be, but I am. I am a learner. I am someone who grows. I am someone who changes. I am someone who succeeds.
Beautiful. Now let's talk about something equally important. The word is environment. Let me say it clearly. Environment. Environment. Your environment is everything around you. The people you see every day, the things you listen to, the places you go, the things you look at.
And here's something that science shows us. Your brain changes based on your environment. If you are always in a noisy, negative environment, your brain becomes stressed and closed. But if you're in a calm, positive, learning environment, your brain opens up. It grows. It learns faster.
I noticed this in my own life. When I was spending time with people who complained a lot, I started complaining. When I was watching negative news for hours, I felt heavy and hopeless. My environment was controlling me.
And then you changed your environment.
Slowly, yes. I didn't delete all my friends. I didn't move to a new city. I made small changes. I changed what I listened to. I changed what I watched. I found people who were positive in working hard, and slowly my mindset changed.
The word mindset is very important. Mind, set. Mindset. It means the way you think about life, the way your mind is set, like a direction. If your mindset is fixed, you think nothing can change. If your mindset is growing, you believe you can always learn and improve.
A growing mindset is sometimes called a growth mindset. And the good news is that your mindset is not permanent. Permanent means forever. Your mindset is not permanent. You can change it by changing your environment.
So let's talk practically. How can you change your environment? First, think about what you listen to. If you spend 2 hours every day listening to music with negative words or watching videos that teach you nothing, that's your current audio environment. What if you changed just 30 minutes of that to something that helps you grow?
Like this podcast, listening to slow English every day is not just learning a language, it's building a new environment for your brain. You are putting English into your ears. You are putting positive, helpful ideas into your mind. That's a transformation happening inside you.
The word transformation means a complete change. Transformation. It's when something becomes very different from what it was before, like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. That's a transformation.
I love that image. A caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly in one day. It takes time. It's a slow process, but the change is complete, and the result is beautiful.
And just like the caterpillar, you need to be in the right environment for your transformation to happen. A caterpillar cannot become a butterfly in the wrong conditions. You cannot grow in the wrong environment either.
So change your phone language to English. This is one of the most powerful, simple steps. Every time you look at your phone, you see English words. Every time you click a button, you read English. Your brain is learning even when you don't realize it. Your environment is teaching you.
Follow English accounts on social media, watch YouTube videos in English, join an online group where people speak English. These are all simple environment changes, and they add up. They make a big difference over time.
Now I want to talk about something that I think is the most important idea in this whole podcast. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Abel.
Big changes in life don't come from one big jump. They come from 100 small steps, maybe even 1,000 small steps. But each step is tiny, each step is easy, and each step is something you can do right now.
This idea is called micro habits. The word micro means very small, and a habit, as we said before, is something you do regularly. So micro habits are very small things you do every day, and they are incredibly powerful.
Let me give you an example. Imagine you want to read more. You say, I want to read 1 book every month. That sounds good, but the first day you sit down to read and it feels hard. You feel tired. You read 2 pages and stop, and you feel like a failure.
But what if instead you said, I will read just 1 page today, just 1 page? That is your micro habit. 1 page. You can do 1 page. Anyone can do 1 page.
And 1 page every day is 30 pages in 1 month. That is almost 1 whole chapter of many books. And after a few months, reading 1 page feels too easy. So naturally, you read 2 pages, then 5, then 10. And before you know it, you are a reader.
The micro habit did not just teach you to read more, it changed your identity. It made you a person who reads because you did it every day. Small and consistent. Consistent means you do it regularly, not just once or twice.
Consistent is such an important word. Consistent. Consistent. It means you keep doing something regularly, even when you do not feel like it. Consistency is more powerful than motivation. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings change every day.
Some days you feel very motivated. You want to do everything. You want to exercise, study English, eat healthy, call your family, clean your house, all in one day. But other days you wake up and you feel nothing. You feel empty. You feel tired.
And on those days, motivation does not help you, but a habit does. Because a habit is something you do whether you feel like it or not, like brushing your teeth. You do not need motivation to brush your teeth, you just do it. It is a habit.
So the goal is to make your good behaviors into habits. Make learning English a habit. Make exercise a habit. Make reading a habit. Make drinking water a habit. Small, daily, consistent.
Here's another micro-habit idea specifically for English learners. Every morning, when you drink your coffee or your tea, open an English podcast or video. Just listen for 10 minutes. Not study, not take notes. Just listen while you enjoy your drink.
You have attached the new habit to an old habit. Drinking coffee is your old habit. Listening to English is your new habit. You do them together. This is called habit stacking. You stack, meaning you put a new habit on top of an old one.
After I wake up, I will drink water. That is a habit stack. After I drink water, I will read one page. After I read one page, I will write one sentence in English. 3 tiny habits stacked together. Takes maybe 15 minutes, but you are moving forward every single day.
And movement is the key. Even slow movement is movement. Think about a ship in the ocean. When the captain changes the direction by just 1 degree, after 100 miles, the ship is in a completely different place. Small changes in direction create big changes in destination.
I want to share something personal now. When I started my own life change, I did not start with big goals. I did not say, I will exercise for 1 hour every day. I said, I will walk for 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, outside, around the block, in the fresh air.
And what happened?
Some days I walked for 10 minutes and came back home. But other days I was already outside and I thought, well, I'm already here, let me walk a little more. And I walked for 20 minutes, then 30, and slowly exercise became a part of my life, not because I forced it, but because the small habit opened the door.
That's the beautiful truth about micro habits. They don't just change what you do, they change who you are. They change your identity. And once your identity changes, everything else follows naturally.
Now, let's talk about something that everyone experiences: resistance. This is the feeling you get when you want to do something good, but a part of you wants to stay comfortable. A part of you wants to go back to the old way.
Resistance. Resistance. It means a force that pushes against change. When you try to change, there is a feeling inside you that says, this is too hard. Go back to what you know. Go back to what is safe.
I feel this all the time, even now. I've changed many things in my life, but resistance still visits me. Some mornings I wake up and I don't want to do anything. I just want to lie in bed and watch videos. That's the old Abel trying to come back.
And how do you handle it?
I've learned something very important. You do not fight resistance. You do not argue with it. You just start. You start before you feel ready, because the feeling of being ready often comes after you start, not before.
That is so true. People wait to feel motivated before they start, but often motivation comes after action, not before. You start walking and then you feel good about walking. You start reading and then you enjoy reading. You start speaking English and then you feel excited about English.
So when resistance comes, my rule is simple. I will do just 2 minutes, just 2 minutes of the thing I need to do. 2 minutes of exercise, 2 minutes of reading, 2 minutes of listening to English, just 2 minutes.
And almost always after 2 minutes, you continue, because starting is the hardest part. Once you start, the resistance gets smaller, and you find that you can do more than 2 minutes. You can do 10 or 20 or 30.
But even if you only do 2 minutes, that is okay. 2 minutes is better than 0 minutes. Progress is progress, no matter how small.
The word discipline is connected to this idea. Discipline. Discipline. Discipline means doing what you need to do even when you do not feel like doing it. It is not about being strict or hard on yourself. It's about caring enough about your future self to take action today.
I like to think about it this way. My future self is a real person. He is living in the future, maybe 6 months from now or 1 year from now, and every action I take today is a gift to that future person, or a problem I'm leaving for him.
So when I choose to listen to English today instead of watching something that teaches me nothing, I am giving a gift to my future self. My future self will understand more English. My future self will feel more confident. My future self will thank me.
And when I choose to stay in bed instead of walking, I'm giving a problem to my future self. My future self will be a little less healthy, a little less strong, a little less confident. Small choices, but they add up.
Think about this image. If you improve by just 1% every day, at the end of 1 year, you are not 1% better. You are 37 times better. Yes, 37 times, because small improvements build on each other.
But the opposite is also true. If you get 1% worse every day, by the end of the year, you are almost at 0. Your skills fade, your confidence falls. This is why consistency matters so much. You want to be on the improvement side, not the decline side.
The word decline means to go down, to get worse. Decline. Decline. We want improvement, not decline. And improvement comes from micro habits, practiced every day with discipline in a positive environment.
Okay, now let us give you a real practical plan. Something simple you can start tomorrow morning. Something that will help you change your life and improve your English at the same time.
We call it the Daily Progress Plan. 3 parts: morning, middle of the day, and evening. Each part is small. Each part is simple, but together they create a powerful daily routine.
Part 1 is morning reflection. Reflection means thinking clearly about something, like looking in a mirror. Reflection. Every morning before you look at your phone, before you eat, before anything else, take just 3 minutes to sit quietly.
In those 3 minutes, ask yourself 2 questions. Who am I today? And what is one thing I will do today to grow? The first question is about your identity. The second question is about your action. Just one thing. Not 10 things, not a big list. One thing.
Write it down if you can. Writing makes things real. It moves ideas from your mind onto paper, and that's very powerful. If you write, "Today I will listen to English for 15 minutes," you are much more likely to do it.
Part 2 is the one difficult task. Every day, choose one thing that is a little challenging, not impossible, just a little hard. Maybe it's writing a sentence in English. Maybe it's making a phone call in English. Maybe it's reading 1 page of an English article.
Doing one difficult thing every day builds something very important. It builds confidence. Confidence means you believe in yourself. Dense. Confidence. Every time you do something difficult and succeed, even a small difficult thing, your brain gets stronger. You prove to yourself that you can do hard things.
And that feeling of proving yourself is incredible. Over time, you stop being afraid of hard things because you have evidence, you have proof, you have done hard things before. You can do hard things again.
Part 3 is evening gratitude. This is the most gentle part of the plan. Gratitude. Gratitude means feeling thankful. Before you sleep, take 3 minutes to think about 3 things you are grateful for today.
Not big things. Small things are fine. I am grateful for this cup of tea. I am grateful for the music I heard today. I am grateful for this podcast. I am grateful for my hands, my eyes, my breath.
Gratitude is not just a nice feeling. Science shows that people who practice gratitude sleep better, feel less stressed, and are more motivated to keep growing. It trains your brain to see what is good, not just what is wrong.
And when you see what is good, you feel hopeful. And when you feel hopeful, you believe change is possible. And when you believe change is possible, you keep going, even on the hard days.
So your daily progress plan is simple. Morning, 3 minutes of reflection. Ask, who am I and what will I do? Middle of the day, do one difficult task. Evening, 3 things of gratitude. That's it. Simple, practical, powerful.
And you can add English to every part. In the morning, write your reflection in English. In the middle of the day, do your difficult task in English. Maybe listen to this podcast again. Maybe speak one sentence to yourself in English. In the evening, say your gratitude sentences in English. I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for this beautiful evening. Simple sentences, but practicing them every day builds your English naturally and quietly.
Let us also talk about the people in your life. Surrounding yourself with people who support your growth is one of the most powerful things you can do. If you tell someone about your English learning goal, they become your support system.
A support system is the people who help you stay on your path. They encourage you when you want to stop. They celebrate with you when you do well. They remind you of your goal when you forget.
If you don't have people like that around you physically, you can find them online. Join English learning communities. Find YouTube channels where people are learning together. Comment on videos. Connect with other learners. You are not alone in this journey. And speaking of this journey, I want to take a moment to appreciate you. Yes, you, the person listening right now. You chose to listen to this podcast today. That was a choice, a good choice, a growing choice.
You could have listened to something else. You could have done nothing. But you chose to learn. You chose to grow. That is not a small thing. That is a big thing. And it shows something important about you. It shows that somewhere inside you, you believe you can change. You believe you can grow.
And that belief is the seed of your transformation. A seed is small. You cannot see what it will become when you first plant it. But inside that small seed is the complete, beautiful tree of your future. Your future confident English speaker. Your future successful self. Your future happy, growing person.
Water that seed every day. With small habits, with good choices, with a positive environment, with patience. Patience means waiting calmly for results, knowing they will come. Patience. Patience. Growth takes time, but it always happens when you are consistent.
I remember when I first started making changes in my life. I could not see any results for weeks, maybe even months. I felt like nothing was working. I felt like I was doing all these small things and getting nowhere.
And then one day, something shifted. A friend said to me, Abel, you seem different, more calm, more focused. And I thought, really? I had not noticed. Because when you are inside the change, you cannot always see it.
But other people can see it, and one day you will look back and see it too. You will look at the old you and you will barely recognize that person because the new you is so different, so much stronger, so much calmer, so much wiser.
And that new you is not in the future. The new you is starting right now. Every word you have listened to today, every sentence you have understood, every idea you have felt in your heart, all of that is the new you, building, growing, becoming.
You know, there's an old saying that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You have already taken that step by listening today. Now take the next step tomorrow morning. 3 minutes of reflection, 1 English sentence, 1 small habit.
And then the day after, and the day after that. Not perfectly. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. You just need to keep going, even when it's hard, even when you feel tired, even when you want to stop.
Because the version of you that keeps going is the version that changes everything. The version that speaks English with confidence. The version that achieves big dreams. The version that one day sits with their own children or their own students and says, I changed my life, and you can change yours too.
That day is coming. I believe it. Abel believes it, and most importantly, some part of you believes it too. That is why you're here. That is why you pressed play today.
So here's my challenge to you before we close. Today, before this day ends, do one thing, just one. Change your phone language to English, or write one sentence about who you want to become, or listen to this podcast one more time while you do something else.
One thing, that's all. One small, powerful identity-building step. And tomorrow, do one more. And the day after, one more. Before you know it, you'll be standing somewhere new, looking back at this moment and smiling.
And we will be here with you, every episode, every word, every slow, clear sentence, walking with you on your English journey, on your life journey, because they're the same journey.
Learning English is not just about words and grammar. It's about becoming a bigger, braver, more open version of yourself. It's about connecting with the whole world. It's about opening doors that were always closed before.
And those doors are opening right now for you, because you showed up, because you listened, because you chose growth over comfort, even just for today.
So take a deep breath. Feel proud of yourself. You did something good today, and tomorrow you will do something good again, and again, and again, until good becomes your habit, until growth becomes your identity, until change becomes your life.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. It means everything to us. Please share this podcast with one friend who needs to hear it, because sometimes the best gift you can give someone is a little hope and a practical plan.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to The English Journey and leave us a comment below. Tell us, what is one micro habit you will start tomorrow? We read every comment and we answer, because this community is our family.
And to every single person listening right now, in any country, in any situation, in any stage of life, we want you to know something true. It is not too late. You are not too old. You are not too slow. You are not too busy. You are right on time.
Your life is waiting for the new you to step forward. That new you is brave. That new you is consistent. That new you speaks English with confidence and lives with purpose.
Step forward. One step. Right now. We believe in you completely.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep walking your English journey. I'm Anna.
And I'm Abel. See you in the next episode. Goodbye for now, and take very good care of yourself.